I've been working on some stacked pockets for some of my journals. This one I plan to use in my boho journal. And it's also going to be a belly band. And I'll show you that. I need to glue this bottom one together. What I'm doing is gluing them together just at this edge over here. And then I'm going to glue it down on the page. And I've marked where I need to position it because it's kind of tricky to get it in exactly the right place. I'm just using some Fabri-Tac on this. And the dies that I used to cut this die out of this set, which is by Momenta. And I got it at Hobby Lobby quite a while ago for $2.49. I like to get, when they sold these, I liked to get them on sale when I could. So I'm going to put the glue on this, just right here in this part. And over here. And then I'm going to position this on here. Actually, I'm going to do this off of the rest of it. Okay. I think that's right. This paper, it has a white core, and I embossed it with one of my, I don't have that over here. I embossed it with this embossing folder. And then I took sandpaper and just sanded it lightly over there. And when you go over it, it catches the highest level there, and it left the white showing. So I give Kathleen Maurer credit for that idea because she does that all the time. And I've thought it looked great for a long time. I'm going to straighten this up on this page a little bit and decide about where I want it to go. I think I want it to go about like that. I'm going to glue these edges over here. I've made several other pages like this, and I will show you some of the ones I've done that I went ahead and glued them down because it's pretty straightforward how I glued it. Okay, I hope that's as much as I wanted to put on there. Close it up just a little bit at the bottom there. Okay, and then I'm making this one to go in my boho journal, and I am going to make that journal one of these days. I made this tag to go in there with this. This is a die cut, a die that I have, and I cut that tag, and then I used this die and just put it, I just put it on the paper. I cut the length of it first, and then I put it on the paper where I wanted it to be centered, and just ran it through my die machine till I felt it go across there, and then I backed it out again, and it left that scalloped edge at the top. So this can go in as a belly band, or this is the belly band, and be like that. But you also have these pockets. You could either just use it as pockets and not have the tag behind it. And I had these scripture cards that I thought the colors were pretty with this, that could go in the pockets. Also, in addition to the belly band, let's put this one in here. You could do that. You can't, I guess you could put one back here, but it's kind of overkill. And maybe that's overkill too. Maybe one in there would be fine. Or I have some little pieces here, some of these little things that I just cut out, some little little things to put in the pocket. There's a heart. There's a pink heart. Some of these other things, there's some doilies and that little deal. These came out of this set or these two sets I got from Walmart on clearance. They don't carry these anymore. But I used this heart shape, and then I used that shape and that and this, and this piece is that one. Maybe even put that doily in behind there. Maybe change these. more like that or something. But anyway, you get the idea. It's a belly band with pockets. Or you can take the tag out and just insert something in here. So that is that idea. Let me show you some of the other ones I've done. I started out thinking about doing this for my Uncle Rip journal. I have this wallpaper border that has the masculine images on it, and I cut out a circle. I used the circle die in this one, this circle die, to cut out the circles. And this is just brown craft paper. And what I did is I punched holes here and ran the seam binding through it and put the little brads through the seam binding, but not through the paper. I glued everything I glued this on across here and on the bottom for these tags to go into. And then I glued these side pieces down also. This is just glued on there. So I didn't want it coming through on the back with the back of the brad, so that's why I did it that way. And then these are just these little craft tags. I got these at Dollar General. I think they were on a dollar aisle or whatever they call that. And I added some washi tape on that one. And that's just a little sticker up there. And this one has, I cut this top one down because it was going to stick up too far. So I just cut the bottom off and rounded the corners again. And so it would fit better in the pocket. And then this is just one of those plastic cogs that I have a set of. That was the smallest one. It probably would have been better to have a smaller one, but that was what I had, so that's what I used. And then I used this washi tape on this one. And this is just ribbon that I tied in the top. So that is the watch one. I made this page, and this is the first journal I ever made. I think I've shown it before. I'm not sure if I've ever done a flip through, but anyway, on this page, I decided I was going to use this. This is this die set. My friend gave me these. I think she got these on Amazon. I used this die, the second from the largest, to cut these pieces. And then I just glued them down again across the bottom and at the sides. And these are those same craft tags. I just tied some ribbon, some yellow ribbon in it, and just added a little decoration on the edge of the page. And this is a sticker that I got out of a pack from Walmart. So that is that idea. Then I also did another one with the same circle die, and I used vellum to cut this. And this is just a tag die that I have, and I stamped this with butterfly stickers out of this set from Dollar Tree. I use this butterfly. And I kind of tried to make them the way they'd be floating through the air if they were flying through the air. And then I just tied some seam binding on that. So that was that idea. I think that's all the shapes that I had. But I also have this teacup die out of this set. It has these flowers, but I just used the die of the teacup itself and cut some shapes. I haven't glued these down. I used this embossing folder. This is Tim Holtz Sizzix. It's lace, and I embossed this paper. I gave it a little spritz of water before I embossed it, and I think it helped it. It seems like it didn't crack as bad as it sometimes does. It'd be pretty that way too, but I think this is the lace design for it. And I didn't glue these down, but I thought it would be cute to have the cups stacked like they're waiting for the tea party to start, and just glue them on there like that. And then you could add some little items. I had these little pieces. I'd just been stamping off some stamps on them. It was on the back of a invitation set that I got at Salvation Army, I think is where I got those. And I thought they'd be cute to just put those in there, in the tea bag up there. And you could have something else down here, maybe just a little scalloped piece there. So I will glue this one down and have a picture of it at the end. But anyway, if you don't have dies, don't be discouraged, because a lot of these things, maybe not the teacup die, you might not have that shape, but you could cut it. You might find some teacups in a magazine or something, or you could possibly find some digitals perhaps that had teacups or another shape. It doesn't have to be what I've done. You can do whatever idea you have. For the round one, I just use this lid and put it down here. It's a Atlas lid, and drew around it with a pencil. And you could use some of these kinds of scissors that have a fancy edge. That one is a scalloped edge, and this one has that kind of, I think it's called ripple. And this is just my grandmother's pinking shears. You could use that as well. I think I'll just go with the pinking shears because that might be easiest. And just cut. I'm just going to try to make the ends of the points hit that line where I drew, and just line it up when you get past, when you start again, line up your notch there, that point with the last one you did. You probably have done this before. You don't need me telling you how to do it, but in case you haven't, I'll just give you that idea. And just go around. We'll get there eventually. If you don't put it in the last cut one, then you'll end up with notches that are doubled. So you probably don't want that. Okay, like that, right there. So that's a pretty round circle there. You could use that, and you could hide that, like on the next one you do. You could have another one going over it. You could also mix them up. You could have a circle, you could have a square, you could have a rectangle, and just like, we'll just say this prayer card is another pocket. You could have one of those, and then maybe you could have that on a page, and I think that would be a cute page too, just to have the different shapes. Maybe this would be better if it was turned that way. And you could even have the pocket opening here on that. Probably be better to have it come down a little further, but anyway, you get the idea. I would just say have fun with it, be creative, and you can probably come up with all kinds of ideas that you would like to do to make some stacked pockets. I think they're fun, and I think it's an interesting page to have. And then you have some hidden writing space, like even on this one that has the vellum. That's not the vellum. Here is the vellum. There's the vellum. Even though this is, you can see what's on the front of the tag, on the back of the tag. And you could make the kind of tags that are folded, so you have extra writing space in there if you wanted to do that. That would be cute. Those are my ideas for today. I hope you got inspired by something I showed you here and can make some stacked pockets for your journals. I think this is a cute page. I personally like the big flowers. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my ideas here, and we'll use some of them for your journals too. I think that it's fun to share ideas, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.